Here we're having our first look at the Revit masking tool. This is the first practice where we're going to look at placing masses. I open the file and save it as shown in the instructions. So file, save as project. And I'm just going to replace the XXX with the first three letters of my last name. I'll save that. I have a piece of topography here and some lines that I'd like to trace over. So I'm going to open up the existing site plan. Something important to remember when you're working with massing is on the Masking and Site tab, you have to click this button so you can see the masses and work with them in all views. If I close Revit and reopen, it will forget that setting, so I have to remember that every time. Now I'm going to place a mass. None of them are loaded yet, so I'm going to say yes, let's load it from the library. And I'm in metric right now, so I'm going to go back up to the metric Canada library and go to M for mass. I'll just bring in the M box for now. Open that up and drop it in. I could move and rotate, but what I like to do is use the align command. It's a little bit faster. So with the align command, click what's going to stay still, click what moves. So I do that twice. Escape out of that command and use the shape handles to extend it where it needs to go. When I'm happy with the width and length, I'm going to change the height and properties. So the height should be 13 meters or 13,000. Now when I look at that in 3D, I see that box appear on my site. So I'm going to do that over and over and over again. So I'm just going to copy that to a bunch of other locations. CO, click, and drag this in, this back, and make it 10 meters tall. I'll copy it again. And I'll rotate it. Drag the center of rotation, click, and click. These two are identical, so I can leave that one alone. Copy it to the second building multiple times. The second building, and then down here to the third building. I'll use the shape handles to drag and properties to change the height. I'll copy that again for this taller building on the left. Drag this back and make it 22 meters tall. So one side of my street is complete. Go back to 3D to see all those boxes starting to appear. Back to the site plan, I have a few more boxes to add. So let's just copy one that already works. I'll copy this one, CO, click and just drop it in to multiple locations. Use a shape handle to shrink this back. And I'll make it 10, oh, it already is 10 meters. And this one is the right size, but is it the right height? It should be 13 meters. I'll copy this one. Now we get into a little bit more complex geometry. So this one is not at the same angle as everything else. I'll have to rotate it. So I can use my rotate tool and then use the shape handles to make it longer. And then I'll copy that. And I could use my align command just like earlier. Align it to here, align it to here, and use my shape handles. I'd like to move it so this corner is on that corner, and that way when I use the shape handles I have something to snap to. I have a few other shapes to look at. I have a few cylinders and a barrel vault. So let's start with the cylinder. Masking and Site tab, place mass, and I'm going to load a family. And let's find the cylinder, load that one in. And I'll just drop in 1, 2, 3. This one I'm going to try to move it so that it's snapped to the center. If I just type in SC and touch the curve, it's snapping to the center. Drag this out. It won't snap, but I'm pretty close to 15 meters radius. So I can just type that in, 15 meters, and the height, 25 meters. I'll take this one and move it, snap to the center, touch the edge, type SC, and click. Drag the shape handle until it's roughly the right size, 8 meters, and the height should be 16 meters. This one I'll move it, click, snap center, SC, touch the edge and click. Drag this one out, and I'll see that the radius here is supposed to be 10 meters, and the height is going to be 22 meters. Because I made this practice, I know that this tower is exactly the same size as this one, so I can just copy it across. Those are all of my cylinders. Now I need to create my barrel vault, place a mass, load in my barrel vault. Before I place it, I actually want to place this on a face, so it goes on the roof of this building. So I click place on a face, drop it onto the roof of the building. Now I'll use my align tool, hit L, click, 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 and let's see if I can drag this like this. If that's all worked out, when I look at it in 3D, oh, it's actually 90 degrees in the wrong direction. Let's fix that. I'll rotate it, 90, enter. Use my align, AL as a keyboard shortcut. And now, shape handle to stretch it. And let's look at that. That looks a little bit better. Now, some of these buildings are not quite the right shape. Since they're just surrounding my actual site for context, I'm not going to get caught up in their size. That's why I use these basic place mass tools to create it. What I will do is on the Modify tab, join them together. So I just click one, click the second one, and you see those join together. Same thing with my cylinder, my box, and I could even do it with this box and my barrel vault. So they start to look like they're all one piece. Now that I'm happy with that, I'm ready to start working on my own site. So I'll hit save. I'm finished with this one. I can close it, and good luck with the next practice. Thank you.